This is where we say good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, Petite Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. All those of you out in the diaspora, good morning to you. Well, let me tell you up front, we're having some technical issues with our Facebook Live platform. We're working on it. It should be on as soon as possible. But in the interim, you've got me. I'm here with you in Radio Land, Radio and TV Land. It's Wednesday, the 18th day of June. Another good day to have a good day in a good way. Just found my hands on this brand. Well, not brand new. It's been out for like 2 years.
It's dedicated.
Thank the Lord by Ajamo. Man, he keeps coming with them. Hisa.
Thank the Lord.
Wonder if he would say a Yankee. Good morning. How are you doing this morning? Let me tell you, you can still find us on our YouTube platform, right?
Thank the Lord.
Just thank him.
Yes. Lift your voice and
I'm thanking him for life.
praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
I woke up this morning, whereas all is not well, but all is good.
Who make the birds to sing
All shall be well.
of a new day? Who caused the breeze to blow? Who
It's a great privilege to be with you once again. It's 25 minutes on to 7 o'clock.
another day?
It's Wednesday.
No one else can do.
Let's head into the word of the day.
Can do it.
That word today is zealot. Zealot.
Can do it.
Z-E-A-L-O-T. Zealot.
Can do it. Yes, only Jesus alone can do it.
Trust me on that. Only he.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
Have you ever been in a situation where you know it had nothing to do with you to get it remedied, but it was fixed?
For every breath you take,
Man,
you gotta thank the Lord. Thank the Lord
thank him.
for
Thank him in advance.
sonship. Praise the Lord. We gotta praise the Lord.
Zealot.
When trouble comes
That's the word of the day.
and your clouds are dark,
A person passionately devoted to a cause.
to remember
Zealot.
to be ashamed. Just
Z-E-A-L-O-T.
He's always standing by. No,
A person passionately devoted to a cause.
that's my
Here's how we can use that word in a sentence.
goal.
He was a zealot for environmental conservation. Good morning, Tyrone Buckmeyer. Tyrone comes to mind.
Alone can do it.
Yeah, zealot.
Jesus alone can
Good morning, my good darling Judy Benoit. How are you doing? Hope you're doing fine as always. Keep that smile. You and the entire household.
do it for me.
St. Paul's, good morning. The guys at the container, good morning. Laborie, morning. Minoka. 23 on to 7. Paraclete and Blaise, good morning. Brady, what's up, man? Long time no see. Ashley Cummings, good morning.
Wait me see. Thank the Lord. You just can't
The nurses attached to the intensive care unit. Nurse Pierre, Nurse Charles. As a matter of fact, before I get the nurses and the doctors jealous, good morning to all those of you in the medical fraternity.
I know.
Good morning.
Don't care how bad I done lose. Don't care
Nurse Maxwin,
whatever broken.
Nurse John,
Oh, he could.
Dr. Donald Noel, good morning to you and the family.
That's my boy.
Dr. Belfon, Dr. Granger,
It's only
Dr. Johnson, Dr. Baptiste, Dr. Bernard, Dr. Devon Globe Francis, good morning. Dr. Francis Martin. So many young doctors coming out. That's a good thing. That's a good sign. That's where healthcare starts, yeah? With the personnel, the human resource. Yeah. I love this one. It's Nadisha's time. Motivational tip of the day. Visualize your success. Spend a few moments imagining your goals as if you've already achieved them. This reinforces motivation and builds confidence. Visualize your success. Yeah. Get there in your head space first. Spend a few moments. Nice. Spend a few moments imagining your goals as if you've already achieved them. And this reinforces motivation and builds confidence. I just think that I want to jam this one.
This song
Worthy to be praised.
dedicated to
I'll put you on the side burner, not the back burner, but the side burner. Now the phone lines and so forth are going crazy because Facebook Live is giving problems. What's buzzing this morning? The Grenada Food and Nutrition Council applauds 2 schools for promoting healthy eating habits.
Yes.
Yeah, eat what you grow. Grow what you eat. In the region, the Bahamas pauses recruitment of nurses from Cuba. Internationally, oil prices surge amid U.S. intervention fears. In sports, injuries rule out Holgate and Hayden from Reggae Boys Gold Cup campaign. Now I'm just peeking back on that international headline there as oil prices surge amid the U.S. intervention and fears. I remembered earlier in the year, I said let us start planting because something is going to happen that is going to make it's either going to make the prices of the imported stuff so expensive that we can't purchase, or we might not be able to get them at all. So it's imperative, very, very imperative, that we secure our food. Food security. Es muy importante. Good morning to the guys up at His Majesty's prisons. Good morning to the commissioner and staff. All the residents there. Good morning. Oos, good morning. Ozzy. Doc, good morning. Gangster Cop. Mr. Palmer. Mr. Dakota, good morning. It's 18 minutes on to 7 o'clock.
He's always standing by, don't care what's the weather. That's my
Nice. All right, Mildred, we're having some problem with our Facebook Live, right? But as innovative as you are, you've switched to YouTube. That's good. Spread the message that we're having some problems with our Facebook page, right? Yeah. Good morning to you, Mr. Mike and family out there in Mount Agnes. Palm Rose, good morning. Lady Cheryl, my girl, having a blast. Raphael Croqueta Johnson, good morning. Howdy do? Hoping all is well. Good morning to all the sanitary technicians, the guys who picked up our garbage. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to all those of you attached to the Morris Bishop International Airport. You might be on your way there. If you're driving down from Duquesne, good morning, Papi. How are you doing? Nice.
Nothing impossible.
The folks at the Met office.
Whatever you need, I know.
Nice.
Don't care how bad I done lose.
To all the inmates, or the patients rather, not the inmates, but the patients at the various hospitals. The Princess Alice, the General Hospital, the Mount Royal. Good morning, good morning. Lift your spirit. Folks, the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather, it's right ahead. Right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. Coming up in the news, the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council applauds 2 schools for promoting healthy eating habits. In the region, Bahamas pauses recruitment of nurses from Cuba. Internationally, oil prices surge amid U.S. intervention fears. And in sports, injuries rule out Hallgate and Hayden from Reggae Boys Gold Cup campaign. We've got the details to these and more after these messages.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Good morning, everyone. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph. The Grenada Food and Nutrition Council, the GFNC, is recognizing Green Street Pre-Primary School and the St. Michael's RC Primary School for their exemplary efforts in creating healthy school environments. Both schools are being lauded for their innovative approaches to promoting better nutrition among students. At Green Street Pre-Primary School, a policy allowing only natural snacks such as fresh fruits has been implemented. According to Principal Mrs. Kajal Hyacinth Phillip, this initiative is already showing positive results thanks to consistent communication with parents. St. Michael's RC Primary School is taking a hands-on approach to nutrition education through its kitchen garden, which provides fresh produce for the school's feeding program. The garden is maintained by students involved in the school's 4-H club. The GFNC is encouraging more schools to adopt similar practices, promoting the inclusion of local fruits, vegetables, and minimally processed foods during snack and meal times. The council emphasizes that healthy school environments not only nourish students but also improve academic performance and foster lifelong positive eating habits. The St. Patrick's Environmental and Community Tourism Organization, SPECTO, has announced the immediate suspension of its turtle watching tours for the remainder of 2025 nesting season. This decision was made due to a significant decline in the number of female leatherback turtles coming ashore to nest at Livera Beach. According to Specto, the sharp decline in nesting activity has impacted the consistency and quality of the tours, making it difficult to guarantee a satisfactory experience for visitors. The suspension of tours is a setback for the local community, as the turtle watching experience is a popular attraction that supports livelihoods and promotes ecotourism. Although tours have been suspended, Livera Beach remains a protected area during the turtle nesting season, with unauthorized access strictly prohibited to safeguard the turtles and their habitat. Specto has thanked visitors, volunteers, and community members for their support and will continue to the conservation efforts, providing updates as more information becomes available. Now that concludes the first segment of news, the local segment. Stay with us. We've got news from around the region and internationally, as well as the sports and the weather. That's coming right ahead. In the region, the Bahamas pauses Cuban nurse recruitment, cancelling agency contracts to hire healthcare workers directly amid Guyana's plans to recruit foreign nurses. We've got this and more in this OCM News report.
Trinidad and Tobago gets a new police commissioner today. He is Senior Superintendent of Police with the Special Branch, Alistair Guevara. The inaugural handing over parade will be held this afternoon at the Police Academy in St. James, Port of Spain. A release from the police service yesterday said Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander, Mr. Guevara himself, members of the Executive and First Division officers will be in attendance. Last Friday, both the opposition and the government gave the nod to Mr. Guevara. He was recommended by the Police Service Commission. He has reportedly said his focus will be on at least 6 pressing security challenges. They are reducing crime, gang violence, guns, trust in the police service, school violence, and road safety. Alistair Guevara will take over duties from Acting Police Commissioner Junior Benjamin. The leader of the new National Party, Kemar Stewart, is warning that Barbados is fast becoming a police state. He says the recently passed Cybercrime Bill 2024, when combined with proposed wiretapping legislation, risks criminalizing free speech and placing everyday Barbadians under 24-hour surveillance. In a fiery response to the Prime Minister's recent comments on national security, Mr. Stewart said yesterday the Cybercrime Bill goes too far.
Now, these actions are invasive monitoring of Barbadian citizens and businesses by the government of Barbados, utilizing the good policemen and women of this country. Now, the excessive powers vested in the police force opens society to the possible abuse by government and unfairly targeting individuals unless a clear separation can be achieved and a differentiation on cyber crimes and criminal offenses that this wiretapping bill is set to go after criminals when you are essentially criminalizing free speech using the cybercrime bill. This is a legal way to spy on the citizens of Barbados, and the people of Barbados need to be very cautious in their fear in allowing the government to encroach on their privacy and encroach on their constitutional rights.
Mr. Stewart said the people of Barbados should not allow the government to encroach on their rights and on their privacy. A new poll says Jamaicans are still in favor of term limits for politicians. Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Market Research Services Limited, Don Anderson, says the findings on this question are not new. He says the latest survey was conducted between May 16th and June 7th. 1,033 people were questioned. The poll has a margin of error of plus or minus a few percentage points.
That's overarching the principal finding from this particular question. As you indicated earlier, more than 3/4 of the persons interviewed, which is a very large and very strong support for this view, felt that members of parliament, 76% felt that members of parliament and councillors should serve term limits, and 78% felt that the Prime Minister should serve a term limit as well. This is consistent with the poll that we did in 2023, which had roughly the same numbers.
Mr. Anderson yesterday noted the poll analyzed responses based on gender, age groups, and voting intentions. He's not surprised at all by the findings. He's promising to release more information on the survey in the coming days.
And looking further afield, oil prices jumped and stocks fell on Tuesday as U.S. President Donald Trump's abrupt G7 departure sparked concerns of a possible U.S. intervention in the Middle East conflict. Investors' optimism gave way to fears of escalation as the conflict entered its 5th day. Trump aims for a real end to the conflict, not just a ceasefire. A larger than expected drop in U.S. retail sales also dampened sentiment. The Dow and other Wall Street indices were lower in late morning trading, with investors on high alert amid rising Middle East tensions and possible U.S. action against Iran's nuclear program. Markets reacted nervously. Belgian prosecutors are pushing for a 92-year-old former diplomat, Etienne Davignon, to stand trial for his alleged role in the 1961 assassination of Congolese leader Patrice Lumumba. Davignon, a former vice president of the European Commission, was a trainee diplomat at the time of the murder. He is the last surviving Belgian accused of complicity in Lumumba's killing, which was carried out with the support of Belgian mercenaries. Lumumba, a key figure in Congo's independence, was ousted in a coup and executed in 1961 at the age of 35. Now, if tried, Davignon would be the first Belgian official to face justice over the murder more than 60 years after it occurred. And finally, U.S. President Donald Trump intensified his attack on Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, stating that the U.S. knows his location but won't target him for now. Trump also demanded Iran's unconditional surrender amid escalating tensions between Iran and Israel, a key U.S. ally. The U.S. president cut short his G7 summit trip and was set to meet top officials to discuss the situation. Trump's post on social media fueled questions about potential U.S. military action against Iran's leadership and nuclear facilities. The situation remains volatile. Now, that has been the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Grenada's two-time world champion Anderson Peters is set to headline the men's javelin field at the Paris Diamond League on June 20th, alongside Paris Olympic silver medalist Neeraj Chopra and Germany's Julian Weber. Peters, with a personal best of 93.07 meters, is one of the top contenders in the competition. The lineup for the competition follows: Anderson Peters representing Grenada, Neeraj Chopra, India, Julian Weber, Germany, Kishon Walcott, Trinidad and Tobago, Julius Yego, Kenya, and Adrian Madrere, Moldova, as well as Luis Mauricio da Silva from Brazil. Peters and Weber have personal bests surpassing Chopra's, with Weber holding a lifetime best of 91.44 meters and Peters having achieved an impressive 93.07 meters. Chopra, who recently joined the exclusive 90-meter club, aims to regain momentum at the Stade Charity, where he secured Olympic silver last year. And finally, in sports, Cricket West Indies is finalizing preparations for the highly anticipated three-match test series against Australia, which kicks off on June 25th at the Kensington Oval in Barbados. The series, which features the coveted Sir Frank Worrell Trophy, marks the beginning of the 2025-27 ICC Test Championship cycle. In preparation, CWI has announced its 16-member squad, which includes several changes from the team that played in the drawn series against Pakistan earlier this year. According to local cricket coach Raphael Crony, the pitch is expected to provide a consistent surface for both batters and bowlers, setting the stage for an exciting contest between West Indies and Australia. I hope so. I honestly hope that West Indies can step up to the plate and deliver. Folks, that's the sports we have at this time. We'll have more sports during our luncheon edition and, of course, in our primetime newscast. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster Andre Charles at the Met Office of the MBIA. Good morning, Andre.
Good morning to you and good morning to listeners of GBN. And here's weather for today, Wednesday, 18 June 2025. Currently at Point Saline is partly cloudy with some showers in the vicinity. Winds are from the east at 10 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 16.4 millibars. That's above normal and rising. Present temperature 25.8 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 94%. Yesterday's maximum temperature 30.7 degrees Celsius. Last night's minimum, 25.7 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, 0.2 millimeter of rainfall was recorded, which brings the total for the month to 37.5 millimeters. Now to have a look at the forecast, that for the day and tonight. Today expected to be partly cloudy and windy, becoming cloudy at times with occasional light to moderate showers. There is a low chance of flash floods in areas so prone. Maximum temperature 30 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to east southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate, waves up to 8 feet in easterly swells. Hence marine advisory remains in effect. Tides will be high at 8:15 a.m., low at 2:45 p.m., and high at 8:45 p.m. Sunset today at 6:34, rises tomorrow at 5:43. Just a repeat of the forecast, that's for today and tonight. Partly cloudy and windy, becoming cloudy at times with occasional light to moderate showers. There's a low chance of flash floods in areas so prone, and a marine advisory is in effect. I'm Andrew Charles, report from the office. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andre. Have yourself a wonderful day now.
Thanks, same to you.
All right, folks. The weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited. It's 5 minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Locally, the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council applauds 2 schools for promoting healthy eating habits. In the region, Trinidad and Tobago gets a new police commissioner. Internationally, Sean Diddy Combs unlikely to testify as federal sex trafficking trials near. And in sports, injuries rule out Holgate and Hayden from Reggae Boys' Gold Cup campaign. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for listening, wishing you a productive day, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere, reminding you that the traffic report comes up shortly.
Grenada is indeed beautiful and worth exploring. We firmly believe that you should be allowed to do so. Why not explore Grenada with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours? Whether you decide to explore Grenada with your family, spouse, or large group of friends, we are ready to welcome you. Our tours are guaranteed to leave you with wonderful memories of Grenada if you are visiting and excitement if you live here. Book a tour with us now by visiting our website www.jamessvcs.com. Call 1473-442-3769 or email info@jamessvcs.com. James Services Corp Off-Road Tours.
I am Dennis James Williams, owner and director of James Services Corp. Looking forward to welcoming you to the beautiful island of Union to explore with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours. See you soon.
Explore our beautiful island of Grenada from an angle that is unique and off-road, but equally fun. We are 100% family-friendly tours.
If you are 50 years and over or turning 50 in 2024, our 50-plus car insurance is perfect for you. It's loaded with free benefits like loss of use, special perils, and windscreen cover up to $2,500. Getting to 50 is filled with ups and downs. Let's celebrate these moments together and look forward to 50 more. Call Beacon Insurance at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com to get a free quote today. Special conditions apply.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Hey GBN family, we've got a brand new home on Facebook and you need to be there. Follow us now on Facebook at Grenada Broadcasting Network -GBN. Stay updated with the latest news, sports, entertainment, and everything Grenada. Don't miss out. Like, follow, and share. Grenada Broadcasting Network. Stay informed, stay ahead. First with the news, fast with the updates.
All right, folks, it's 11 minutes after 7 o'clock. At this time, we now join Corporal Troy Paul from the Traffic Department of the RGPF. Good morning, Corporal Paul.
Good morning to you and good morning to all your listeners, both locally and in diaspora, but more so for your drivers here in Grenada. I just want to let them know that it is a beautiful morning today, and we had such a bit of a rain this morning. It was falling in my area, and also most of the areas that are reported. So our roads are still wet at the moment. So therefore, I just want to urge drivers to drive a little cautious this morning. However, our roads are a bit quiet at the moment with vehicular traffic. Little to no movement in most of the areas at the moment. I'm not sure if this is as a result of the little rain that fall and person stayed a little longer in bed or got a little cozy because of the weather. But we expect our roads to get busier as it comes up to the 8 o'clock and also 9 o'clock. Sometimes most of our traffic starts at 7:30 in most areas. But we ask persons to be cautious on our nation's roads. So far we have no vehicular accidents or any obstruction along our roads at the moment. So that is a good thing, a good sign. For persons driving through the town of St. George's, especially going up to the hospital, that our traffic light is not working, but however we will have an officer or warden who will be there to assist and direct in the free flow of traffic. So no need to worry when you get to that location where the traffic light is not working and you have to wonder, what should I do next? So there will be an officer or a warden who will guide and assist you as to where you should go and what you should do. Just for a bit of information, Grenville will have some interruption in the traffic today, and I trust that will happen after the busy traffic rush hour morning time. This is to facilitate the cutting of the Salisbury Road for pipes, which we know some serious infrastructure is happening in our country, and this will happen throughout Grenada. But so far, Grenville will be affected for the next 7 days. So there we had Canal Road will be blocked after vehicular traffic. So vehicles exiting the town of Grenville, the drivers will now make that right turn onto Griffin Lane. So I want drivers to please take note. If you're exiting Grenville, you will have to make that right onto Griffin Lane. And drivers coming from the Paradise direction and all the surrounding areas in that location, you will have to make a detour. So you'll not be going through Canal Road. So you will go through Ford, then onto Salisbury, through Wells Road, and onto the town of Grenville. Let me take that over. You will go through Ford, then Salisbury, onto Wells Road, into the town of Grenville. And that would be your route if you're coming from the Paradise direction and any adjoining roads from that direction. And remember, vehicles exiting the town, you will make that right onto Griffin Lane and then you go to whatever your respective location. Also, there will be no parking on Griffin Lane and Chapel Road. And as I stated, this will be in effect probably for the next 7 days once things go as planned. So this traffic plan will roll out sometime during the day, which I expect after the busy hours. But it will definitely start rolling out. It will be in effect fully from tomorrow, Thursday. So drivers, please take note. Remember, if you have not left home as yet, please do so, because we do not want you to be caught in the traffic rush this morning or in any congestion. We know what it is like traveling on the eastern side, when you reach Calvini onto Toby Road, exiting onto Woodlands, and also the drivers driving along the Grand Dance Public Road. So let's avoid this rush hour. So you still have a little time, even if you got up a little late. Just put some speed on the pedal and get there. I'm not speaking in terms of person speeding, but you getting ready to leave home to arrive to work on time and beating the rush hour. So that will be all for our traffic update this morning. I just want persons to be mindful that if you're driving in rainy or conditions are like that, you maintain a safe distance in front of the vehicle that is driving in front of you, and you remember we have potholes, so try to avoid those potholes. They can damage your tires. Also, with one person, your visibility can be we have limited visibility, so remember, if your wipers be changing, and that's the reason we have to keep a safe distance. And remember, let us drive to arrive alive. So,
and if you're texting,
who's driving?
Right, good. And you made a very important point there, Copy. There's a lot of road in the potholes, right?
Yes, we have
a lot of roads in the potholes.
A lot of potholes in the road.
Let's flip it. Let's say the other way around, man. That might just put some pressures on the powers that be, that they fix the roads for us. So we have a little road in the potholes. Okay.
Well, sometimes there's swimming pools, but nevertheless, it's just for drivers to be mindful and drive safely. And also, even sometimes oil that is trapped in the road surface, it comes up when the rain falls because we know that oil and water don't mix.
Yep, definitely.
So we just want to urge drivers to be careful, be cautious while you're driving, and take your time and let us arrive alive. Even though we have a little rain, no weather cannot stop us from driving safely. So let us do so and get to work with it by the grace of God.
Thank you very much, Corporal. Good morning to you and your team, and have yourself a wonderful day.
You as well, and take care, and even to all your listeners as well. Have a good day.
Okay, God bless. Bye-bye. All right, folks, that was the traffic report. We take a quick break. When we come back, we've got Money Wise with Ariza.
Like a freestyle, the lifeblood flowing mile by mile. It's legacy, a beat that don't stop like Bob Marley say. One love on top, DCUH water out of sight, but it's always wrong, don't lose the light. From factories and wells so deep, cut off mangroves and fish they weep. Green water for the garden, keep it green. Save the cash and the earth gets clean. We use the water with a mindful mind. It's out of sight but never far behind. In nature, the answers always flow. Like water running pure, the cycle grows. It renews itself, same drop, same beat. It's all good, man, you got the heat. Water flow. No clean water, no vibes we grow. Protect our water, protect our future.
Time to go.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinair Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
Take charge of your financial journey by switching to an Own Your Own loan at Ariza Credit Union. Ariza's Own Your Own loan is as unique as you are because we know one size fits all does not fit you. With Own Your Own loan, you get unmatched benefits including lower interest rates, flexible repayment options, discounted loan and legal fees, and savings from hardware suppliers. Tailor-made options that put you in control. Switch now and step into the life you were always meant to live with Ariza's Own Your Own loan. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future. Call us today at 440-1759 or visit our website at arizacu.com.
Welcome to Money Wise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
All right, good morning, folks, and welcome to the first leg of the conversation this morning. On Wednesdays, you know, we've got our Risers Money Wise, and this morning it's no different. I'm joined by my good friend, and I say good friend in truth and in fact, right? When I get to know her family history and so forth, we were friends even before we knew it, because her dad and I, go way back. I'm not going to expose her this much, should I? Yeah, I give her flowers. Miss Jade Henry, she is representing Ariza this morning. That's in her professional capacity, but in her family tree. Her family is a very prominent family in entertainment in Grenada. She's actually the sister of Horse Ways.
Yes.
All right, and the daughter of the late Natty Nuclear Dread, Mr. Jude Henry. Hence the reason why she is Jade Henry.
Yes.
So, Miss Henry, good morning.
Good morning once again.
All right, and welcome. And we're continuing the conversation this week. As always, last week we had a very interesting conversation with yourself and Mr. Bonnie Wilson.
Yes.
And to me, it seemed that it was just yesterday. You know, but look, it has, the time has already gone. We're into the hurricane season, so we're preaching preparedness, and we want to pick up from where we left off last week. You know, so the first question I'm going to ask you is, why do people overlook insurance in the financial planning? You know, they plan for everything else, but one of the most integral parts
of that financial plan.
They see it as it's abstract.
Yes.
It's abstract, you know, so they don't pay attention. Why do that?
So a lot of times people view insurance as a low priority. They want to see their physical or tangible things put in place, tangible financial planning. They want to see that savings that they can see growing, and if they need to touch it, they can touch it, they can take it out, do something with it. And their assets, their financial assets that they can actually see, touch, or actually see immediate rewards. With insurance, it's a little different. There's no immediate returns, so it's only if something happens that the insurance comes into play, the actual benefits of it come into play, and it's intangible. And to borrow the words of Mr. Wilson last week, it's something that you put in funds into in case something happens, and if something doesn't happen, you'll view it as sunk cost.
Right.
However, if something does occur, then that's when you see the benefit of having it, and you see the loss of not having it should you have not been insured. So it's low priority on a lot of people's plans.
And it's sad, because it is really, really important, critically important, especially in this era of climate change, where, you know, our weather phenomena have become so unpredictable.
They are.
I mean, look at the day before in the news I read that the region felt 2 earthquakes in the space of 8 hours.
Yeah.
You know, and earthquakes are not new, but to us in the region, we haven't been having that many.
Not that frequent.
So it's so important. Now, moving on, following up to that question, how does insurance aid in your long-term financial stability?
All right. So I'd like to tie that back to the first question that we spoke about. You would have physical assets and so on that you'd invest in. And now what insurance does is protects that asset. It protects that asset that you would have invested in for your lifetime. You spend many years building that property that you wanted, your dream house, or it's maybe an investment property. Now if an event occurs, it could be wiped out just like that. However, insurance, having the insurance will give you that stability, because it gives you the security that should something happen, you have that backing to assist you with rebuilding or repairing the property. And a lot of times, at least it's 90% of the property or so. Once you're properly insured, once you have the coverage that you need to have, you are most of the times more than 90% recoverable on the insurance.
Right. Yeah. And another thing that, you know, nowadays we hear a lot of talk about mental health. Now, having insurance aids in your mental health.
Yes.
Because, okay, you've built your dream house, as we say, and you're nice and luxurious and everything like that. And you think that your house is so strong, and you don't bother with the insurance because God is a Grenadian, so we ain't getting no major storm this year. And then braps, as Oliver Samuel would say, braps. Met Office says Category 3 is heading our way. And all of a sudden you start getting jiggery and so forth. Why? Because you did not insure.
Sure, exactly.
Yeah,
that peace of mind that the security of insurance provides, it's something that a lot of persons, you don't think about it until a named storm or something, an event happens. So that is true. That peace of mind that insurance does provide, it does help with your mental stability because of your financial stability, of course.
So while we're on this, now what types of insurance should be given priority? A lot of people say, me, I ain't paying no life insurance. Because life insurance, you benefit from it when you're dead.
That's how people look at it. But having insurance, again, it's to protect your assets, it's to protect yourself. So we are in the hurricane season, so leaning into that side, having the type of insurance that you would recommend is householders or homeowners insurance plans. You can speak to your agent or financial advisor to get a better read on what specifically you want covered, because a lot of times we cover things like just the house. A house owner's plan will cover just the house, but you need to get maybe contents and so on insured as well, because the actual house insurance would not cover for things like your furniture, your appliances and so on, unless you add that to the plan. So you speak to that financial advisor about that. On the other side of things though, you also need to insure your life and your health. This is something that we overlook because we don't think about getting sick until we're in the moment.
I don't plan to get sick.
Exactly. However, if in case it happens, it could be a small expense, just as something as small as needing glasses can put you out of a couple $1,000 easily.
Common one nowadays is dental care.
And insurance can help you to recover some of those costs. So you spend a little bit up front, a little bit a monthly to ensure that now you're not dug into a hole when something actually occurs. In the sense of life insurance, it protects your family. It gives them the financial freedom upon your passing that if you're still mortgaged, if your property is still mortgaged, and they're unable to make that payment, their life insurance will repay the loan and their house is free. They can, the property is theirs. They have that peace of mind that they can continue living in that property without any headaches about the debts or so on. If you're not mortgaged or your property isn't mortgaged, then the life insurance comes in. It can keep your family financially stable for a period of time in your absence. So it gives you that again, the peace of mind that, hey, I have this covered for if in case this happens in a hurricane, property is secured. Death, then I know my family can be okay without me here. Health, we
usually say my family is set for life. Even if
that's what you want. You would want your family to be set for life. Or you can even assist you in putting them in a better position. You leave something to them so that maybe they can do something on their own, open a business or something. It's like an investment, unfortunately, on your passing, but a lot of times it helps create generational wealth as well.
Do you think we will die?
At some point we all do, so it's something to prepare for.
I am going to talk like the English. I didn't come here to die.
Yes, to die.
Yes, to die. Lovely. Now, someone who is listening to these conversations that we've been having and is sort of unsure as to where do I really start. Now, after listening all these programs, they kind of deduce that these people are making some sense, and I'm lost in the wilderness. Where do I start? Someone who is of that mindset, where should they start?
I would recommend that the first place to start is to get a proper valuation of your property. Have a reputable valuator visit the property and determine the replacement cost of the property. So in case something happens, you know exactly how much you should insure for. Upon having that type of information, you can visit a company that you're aware of or a broker, a financial advisor, and they can assist you with getting adequate and the correct type of insurance coverage for your property. That's a good place to start.
And after getting all that information, of course, you come talk to your financial advisor at Ariza and say, hey, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to go. And how do we work that out?
Yeah, and we can assist as we go out of our way to make sure that we assist you, because we want to make sure that, that asset, again, is protected.
Especially if it's mortgaged.
Yeah, I mean, we protect both sides. You protect yourself, you protect the credit union, you protect your savings, you protect yourself from going further into debt should something happen.
There was this old belief that, if you're a member of the credit union and you die and you have a loan, the loan dies with you. That's not the case anymore, is it?
What the credit union tries to ensure is that you're properly insured. So that's something that we determine upon your coming into the credit union. We determine that you're properly insured so that the loan can possibly, in fact, die with you. It means that we are going to make sure that you have adequate amount of insurance to cover the debt, right? We are going to also try and ensure that you have the correct type of property insurance. So should something happen to that property, it should be secured or replaced by the insurance, rather than you having to you have a $500,000 loan and you have to take another $400 to replace it. Yeah. So we do want to. It's something that we try to enforce through having life insurance. So that part comes in the terms of life insurance. There is some that, when you come in, we can assist you with getting pretty easily for specific type of loans, but there are cases where you do need to have external insurance that we will assist you in getting, a bit knowledgeable about and so on. But yes, that is in fact something that, you try to protect your family, protect your asset by having proper coverage. And most people say these things about insurance, but we've seen it work so many times. We've seen it work to assist families with, imagine, half their mortgage is paid off and somebody passes away, unfortunately. Imagine they get half the funds from the insurance covers the difference of the loan, and they get the difference in their hands to assist with going on through life, even in that hard time. We've seen it work so much, and all insurance persons who are knowledgeable about it have insurance coverage.
Yeah,
because they see the use. They see the use of it.
But if we're wise, and I know we as a people, we are wise people. You look at the occurrences in recent history here in Grenada. I mean, the number of homes that were destroyed during Ivan, hadn't some of the people been insured, Grenada would still have been in a mess.
Yes, even Hurricane Beryl last year and Carriacou, and we can even go further into the heavy and the torrential rains that we had maybe last October or November. That caused a lot of damages to people's properties, not only their homes but a lot of vehicles and so on, and a lot of these things were covered by insurance.
Well, one of my colleagues that comes in after me, GT, is he had he has a Swift, those Swift cars and them that fast, but it actually turned out to a boat where he lived in River Roads. Good morning, GT.
Okay. And a lot of time the insurance would assist you with recovery for that, to assist with the repairs.
Okay, so it's also critically important that when you're soliciting or seeking this sort of insurance coverage, it's important that you ask as many questions to ensure that you are covered.
Yes.
Because if you're not covered for perils and hazards and so forth, and these things happen, you could be left in the rain.
Exactly. So you ensure that you review the perils that you're covered for and read the exclusions, because all policies have exclusions in them. You want to read through that to ensure that the exclusions that apply would not be too detrimental, and then you ask as much questions with that insurance advisor as possible.
Yeah. I do hope that if God permits and we have the program next week, I hope we have an insurance person along again, because I want to clarify something. People are asking, okay, I want to insure my vehicle. My vehicle is valued at $100,000. I come to you as an insurance company and I said, listen, this is the valuation, here's the document to prove it, and you design a policy to cover it. I pay my premium. Something goes wrong and you're telling me I have to have deductible and so forth. If I pay the full premium that you tell me to pay, why can't you just give me what?
Yes, that's
So I won't put you on the spot with that. The insurance, Bonnie and them will explain that to me. All right? As we wrap, how frequently should people revisit their insurance policies and make sure that everything is in line? How frequently should they do that?
All right, that should happen annually. There is a renewal date, which your policy would usually run for 1 year, and it's renewed, or the renewal date is upon the same date as the expiry. So you'd want to ensure that your policy is renewed, meaning the premiums are paid, and you collect the certificate of insurance for the upcoming period. You'll want to review things like the replacement value. So if you had any work or any home improvements done, you adjust your insurance coverage accordingly. You'll want to review as well the covered perils. Know the deductible, as we just spoke about. Know what your deductible is. A lot of times it's a percentage of your property, the value of your property. And you'd want to just read through the policy, get the exclusions and so on, know about it. And any questions that you have, anything that comes up that you're not sure about, speak with your insurance advisor. They'll be able to give you really good information so that either you have the clear understanding, or they may be able to assist you with adjusting the coverage into what you need and want.
Okay. Someone seems to be soliciting some information here. Let's accommodate this call. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Innocent, I want to ask your guest a question. Why it is the obligation of the person who is mortgaging the property to pay the insurance? Here am I'm going into the bank. I have assets and I get a mortgage to build a house. All of those titles are transferred to the bank. So it is the property of the bank until I finish paying for it. Why it is I have to pay the insurance? I would like to know that.
Okay.
Seeing that the property is not belonging to me at the time I'm paying that mortgage, it is the property of the bank.
Okay.
All right. So that's a little bit of something that's queried a bit with us.
Oh, so it's not the first time you're hearing this question?
It is not the first time. All right. Now, at property is when you purchase a property, it's owned by the actual member or client. The financial institution, being the financier, becomes the mortgagee. Legally, a mortgagee cannot hold an insurance over a property unless it's owned by that mortgagee. All right. So in that case, it means that the owner of the property must take out the insurance. The insurance company will have that agreement. The contract is between the owner of the property and the insurance company. The bank or the institution being the assignee. It means that we have an interest in it because, of course, until your mortgage is fully repaid, not that we own the property, but we do have a stake in the well-being of the property to ensure that your financial burden is then released or so at some point. But once it's paid off, the property is no longer mortgaged. It doesn't mean that we own it, but we have an interest until the loan is repaid. Now, because of that, you own the property. Should anything happen to it, it is your property still. And that insurance contract is between the owner and the insurance company. By that, it means that the property owner actually owns the policy, and it is theirs. It's their protection, and it is ultimately the owner of that property responsible to ensure that it is theirs and it is paid by themselves.
Now, based on my experience in this field, one of the other ways that you can look at it, okay, you apply to the credit union for a mortgage, and they fund the mortgage, they fund the property for you, and let's say it's valued at $200,000. Now your property, the property is located in a very good place, and someone through the IMA, the Citizenship by Investment Program, wants to use that property for something, and they're willing to pay you $1 million. Now
that equity is yours.
The money is yours.
Yes, that equity belongs to you.
So it goes both ways. You can say, okay, I'm selling it because I paid $200,000. I'm $200,000 indebted for it, and I'm getting an additional $800,000. So, hey, pay me. You pay
the credit union the $200,000, and the difference equity it belongs to the owner of the property.
So in essence, the interest on that property is on you. It's you to protect it.
Yes.
Well done. Miss Henry, thank you very much. We've exhausted the time, but it was worth it.
Thank you.
And,
it was a pleasure being here with you once again.
We look forward to another engagement next week.
Yes.
And hopefully we'll have you coming along with someone from the insurance company, because I want to pop some questions to them.
All right. Okay. So we'll try to ensure that happens.
Yes. Money. Okay. All right. So, folks, that's Money Wise for this morning. We take a quick commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Today's edition of Money Wise was made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
Do you have multiple loan payments? Is your debt weighing you down? Ariza has the solution. Simplify your loan with Ariza's Simplify Loan promotion. Now you can combine all your payments into one easy, manageable loan. Enjoy lower interest rates, flexible repayment terms, and more cash in hand for what truly matters. Less stress, more freedom. Live comfortably while reaching your financial goals. Ariza helps you simplify your life because you deserve financial freedom. Apply now. Visit any Ariza branch or WhatsApp us at 423-4987.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's 14 minutes on to the 8 o'clock hour. I'm joined by a beautiful young lady this morning. This morning is a ladies' day, boy. I'm happy. All right. I'm joined by Ms. Danica Batiste. She's representing Superb Distributors, our friend, our family, Superb. Good morning, Ms. Batiste. How are you?
Good morning, Innocent. How are you?
Hey, and she knows my name. Wow, that's good. That's good. I feel honored. I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm great. I'm excited to talk about what we have in store for you today.
Well, I would not hold it back 1 second more. Tell us. I know. Good morning, Kathy. All right. I was telling Danica before. All of a sudden, you start forgetting the people from up north. So when she told me that you have a lobby thing coming, I felt elated. Tell us about the lobby thing.
All right. So good morning to our viewers and listeners. My name is Danica Batiste. I am the marketing coordinator for Superb Distributors Inc. And I'm here to talk about the upcoming Superb Labé sale, which is carded to take place on June 28th at the Grenville Car Park. Right? So we have a grand sale coming. We know Grenville. We haven't been by you guys in almost 2 years. I'm ashamed to say that. I'm ashamed to say it. But, you know, we had a lot of groundwork to do, but now we done the groundwork. We're revitalized. We're ready to come back to you because, you know, we can't come to Grenville with no half done job. We had to come full and represent.
Full 100.
Of course.
Full 100. Yeah, I like that. So Saturday the 28th of June, how you call that event?
Superb Labé sale.
Superb Labé, I like this. The whole of Grenville and surrounding areas, even people from the north who find it more difficult to come to St. George will come to Grenville. That's when you come and shop. Yeah, so.
Definitely.
And come in there. What are some of the specials they'll be getting? What are some of the special products? Superb has a wide range, a wide variety of superb products.
Definitely.
I bet you don't know which one is my favorite.
Based on our conversations before, I would have to guess that eggnog.
Yeah, of course.
That eggnog.
Course. Yeah, Rico eggnog.
And that is something that we would have available in that sale. We know that the eggnog is something that we don't bring in consistently throughout the year. It's just towards the end of the year, around Christmas time, we would bring it. But we have a lot of eggnog in stock, and we want to give it, we want to sell it, we want to get the stock out. So we are going to have a grand sale on an eggnog. You're going to get it at a very, very discounted price. Yeah. I'll mention that the next time we have an interview. Yeah. But we have it at a very discounted price. We are also launching some new products in our New Bright line. I know persons are very enamored with our New Bright line. They love the scent, they love the quality.
That's my product to New Bright.
Yes. Yeah. So we have new fragrances coming. We have new products coming. You can get anything. We have a laundry bar soap coming. We have disinfectants coming. We have new fragrances coming in the same soap powder that you love so much. So it's going to be great. We have giveaways going on. We have great discounts. You could get bundles, of those products that you love as well.
I want to put you on the spot, yeah? Quite a number of entities sell similar products. Mm-hmm. But what is it that makes Superb Distributors stand above the rest? What is that formula? Don't give out the exact formula, but tell us what is it that makes Superb Distributors a step ahead of the rest in terms of customer service and customer satisfaction and delivery of top quality products and so forth. What is it?
Well, you said it yourself.
So answer my own question.
We provide top quality products, but the catch is we provide it at an affordable price. Now, we know in today's age with the economy and everything, everybody is pinching their dollar. And most times when persons pinch their dollar, they figure or they believe that they cannot get quality or good products at a low price. But we pride ourselves, we outsource, we have long meetings, Ms. B does a lot of traveling, so that we can get those high quality products at an affordable price, so persons don't feel like they have to break the bank in order to do mundane stuff such as doing your laundry, cooking, and so forth. So that's what makes us ahead of the rest.
And I want to laud Miss Baptiste for that. People won't know it, but she travels extensively negotiating for us, the Grenadian people, to ensure. I could only see Kathy in a meeting with some high-end producers saying, listen, we can't pay you that for that because we have to sell it for our people at that price, and negotiating and so forth. But at the end of it all, what she does is that she ensures that even if the products are sold reasonably priced, they are of top quality.
Definitely.
And that's the secret.
That is the secret. Not the whole secret, but just patch up the secret.
Yeah, we can't give out the whole secret.
Of course not. Of course not.
Because the competitors listening.
Definitely.
I could imagine some of them with their notepads and writing them. Okay. And they might have been waiting with bated breath to hear where Miss Baptiste travels to. And we ain't gonna give all of that.
Of course not. Of course not.
Yeah. But it's good to know that, Superb Distributors is not just seeking the interests of the people in town. I have two colleagues I would like to hear when I say in town, because they call me a country boy, and they're from town. Mike and Andre, good morning. But we go back to the rural communities, because in some cases these are the people that purchase more and more frequently.
Definitely.
So it's good that you have I'm certain that as time progresses, St. Patrick would get a taste of superb Krong City, because that is called Krong City.
Definitely.
So I get a hint there.
Of course, I'm taking notes.
So and eventually Superb Distributors will spread the love.
Definitely.
The people in Carriacou might be yearning for,
Of course, and Carriacou customers, pretty much customers, they're not left out. They do order very heavily from us, and we do appreciate their relationship that they have developed with us. So we consistently, we're looking out. We have a lot of things in store. We have a lot of things planned. So wait and see. And when the time is near, we'll definitely let everyone know when their time is coming.
I'm excited to hear that. I'm really excited for our viewers and listeners that there's a company that mitigates on your behalf, ensuring that we beat the high cost of living to give you good products at a reasonable price. As we wrap, I just want you to reiterate some of the products that you'd have in the Superb Labbe sale coming up on the 28th.
So of course, we would have our Eureka eggnog. We would have some skim milk. That's one of the new products that we're bringing in. Skim milk. We have our Eureka beans. We have our new bright line, which would include your regular soap powders, fabric softeners, and so forth, in addition to the new products that we're bringing in, the bar soap, the disinfectant, and the scent boosters as well. We may have some pasta. We would have some laundry pods as well. So just be prepared. We're having a spread.
Okay, it's like a one-stop shop.
Definitely, one-stop shop.
Pick up everything.
And you may even come with the intention of getting one thing, but I guarantee you would not leave with one thing. You would probably want to go with everything.
Right, that's the beauty of Superb Distributors. Well, and the season is upon us. The carnival season is upon us, and I know this is one of the times when Superb Distributors hit the road,
of course.
Ensuring that, One of the things I like about your new Bright product is the fact that when you use it, especially the laundry, you must wear cologne.
Of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Cologne.
Scent sticks with you right through.
Yeah.
And that's why we were very encouraged to develop new fragrances that would be available very soon.
Okay. Well, Miss Baptiste, when you go back, give our love to Mrs. Baptiste. All right. And the entire staff, family of Superb Distributors. Keep on doing what you're doing. Kathy, we're proud of you and your staff. That professional customer service, customer-oriented approach, it's working. And the sky is the limit.
Definitely.
So we look forward to you, viewers and listeners, coming on down to Grenville Car Park on Saturday, the 28th of June. That's not this Saturday, the following Saturday. It starts at
7 a.m. So we're going to be there bright and early, and we're looking to leave at around 6 p.m.
Wow.
So we're there for the whole day.
That's
you
awesome. Can't
miss it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, Ms. Baptiste, thanks for dropping by and giving us this great news. And I do hope that after the 28th, you'll come back and do a postmortem of how much you appreciated the support from the people. I hope that you go up with your vans filled and come back down with them empty.
Definitely. Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
You have a good one.
You too. Folks, that's it for the conversation this morning. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Attention all divers, snorkelers, and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinaire Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
Grenada is indeed beautiful and worth exploring. We firmly believe that you should be allowed to do so. Why not explore Grenada with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours? Whether you decide to explore Grenada with your family, spouse, or large group of friends, we are ready to welcome you. Our tours are guaranteed to leave you with wonderful memories of Grenada if you are visiting, and excitement if you live here. Book a tour with us now by visiting our website www.jamessvcs.com. Call 1473-442-3769 or email info@jamessvcs.com. James Services Corp Off-Road Tours.
I am Dennis James Williams, owner and director of James Services Corp. Looking forward to welcoming you to the beautiful island of Union to explore with James Services Corp Off-Road Tours. See you soon.
Explore our beautiful island of Grenada from an angle that is unique and off-road, but equally fun. We are 100% family-friendly tours.